Okay, today we'll be opening up one new and one used AFE Pro Guard D2 oil filter, number 44-LF009. You can get this oil filter at summitracing.com for $15.94 plus shipping, or you may be able to get it cheaper somewhere else. But I got this new and used filter for free. Yep, a very generous viewer whose screen name is Mutant Rife from Sacramento County, California sent me these oil filters. Thank you. This used AFE oil filter was in service for 1 year, 2,823 miles, and came off of Rife's 2005 Chevy Silverado 1500 4x4. Yep, the one with the 5.3 liter V8 engine, which now has 89,824 miles. He was using Royal Purple 5W30 oil during this period. We'll look at this new AFE filter and compare it to one that's been used for 1 year. So let's get started.
It's just a matter of you gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight, get your angle here, filtration everywhere here.
Okay, so before we open up this filter, let's take a quick look at the box. And I'm not going to read all this here, but it's got the 3/8 ratchet on top of the socket, wire back media, and you can freeze it and look at that if you want. It's got a nice picture here. And on the other side, for the gear heads, it's got a nice little picture here too. It's a graph, or like a little graph there, picture. Okay, now let's take a look at the filter itself. So we got metal core with holes. There's no bypass valve on this filter. Looks to have a silicone drain back valve. It's got a lot of grooves there for threads, at least 4 there. Nitro rubber gasket, which was on there pretty good, but I took it off ahead of time. And the date code on this filter is 110807H1. Product of USA. And here's where you can put a ratchet right in there. That fits right in there. It's pretty cool. It's a nice feature to have. And let's cut this filter open. Oh, wait a minute, before I do that, let's get the weight of this filter. Because I got a new one. We can compare the weights. So, the used one, 398.6 grams. And the new one weighs 360.6 grams. So it's a little bit lighter there. Okay, we'll put this aside. And let's cut this filter open. Put that to the side. Cool, not much oil. Okay, so put that here. Let's get this out of here. Alright, silicone drain back valve. That looks good. We'll clean that up. Base plate, it looks fine. Okay, let's look at the filter element. Got a little excess glue here. And on the new one I counted 36 pleats. Get the seam right here. It's a crimped seam, but it's not, doesn't have a metal, no metal there, but it's crimped. And I don't have the micron rating on this filter, but it's like it says on the box, it's synthetic composite media. Nice end caps. And it's got a stamp leaf spring. And let's compare the new one. I mean, these things are all going to look, that's all going to look the same. It's got the silicone anti-drain back valve. You can look at the filter media the way it is now. Look at this one here. Look at how much glue this one has. I don't want to get this one too dirty, but see the seam on this one? So this older one, this used one, has the same type of seam right there. It'll look good to cut these open, stretch them out, and look at them under a microscope. But I took the measurements on these cans, and this is the old one. I was getting 0.36 on the new one, so I mean 0.54. Yeah, 0.54 millimeters. And the width on the filter element is 1.74 inches wide. Okay, so everything looks good here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Don't see no tears or anything. Just a little excess glue, just like on the new one. Okay, let's cut this filter open, squeeze it out, stretch it out, and see what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, here they are both cut open, and the used one is a little bit longer because it has 2 extra pleats. So the used one is 36 inches long. The new one is 34.5 inches long. Alright, let's get the thickness on this filter media. This is the new one, 0.68 millimeters thick. And the used one is 0.50 millimeters thick. A little bit thinner, probably because of from being squeezed out. And here's the filtering side, back side. And you'll see under a microscope picture that some carbon throughout that it caught. Let's take a look at that picture right now. So as you can see, the filter caught some stuff. And these filters have a scrim backing on them. See that? So that's kind of cool. It's like double layer. They also have this wire backing on them. You bend and it holds the shape. You can tell which one's which here. Now let's look at the filter media. So there's a couple of sparklies in here, but you know, when I cut this open, it's got the metal backing, so I can't really check them with a magnet. But and these light spots, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's because the pleats are so close together, sometimes the oil doesn't go through. Yeah, basically just did that in this one section over here. Now let's look at the rest of the filter. Well, let's compare this new and the used. So you can see the new gasket on the right, used gasket on the left. I measured these guys. I'll put it up on the screen right now. You can see this side's flattened out a little bit. They held up nice though. And stamp leaf springs, looks fine. Anti-drain back valves. The used one looks just like the new one. Nothing wrong there. Okay, base plates, that's obviously going to be the same. These guys are obviously going to be the same amount of holes. And you got this all this wire backing. And the can I found kind of, this is a new one right here. It's got like a rust stain or something on the bottom there. And the used one has the same stain. One thing I'll say about this filter, it's very well made. The cans are thick, a lot of threads on the base plates. These guys are heavy duty. Yeah, it's a well-made filter. Wire backing. So what do you guys think about this filter? And again, I want to thank Mutant Rife for sending me these 2 oil filters. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I try to open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching and take care. The new filter media weighs 5.9 grams. The used filter media weighs 11.9 grams.